It wasn't a clean day for us, and unfortunately that's not good enough to win when you go on a road, especially at Notre Dame. So I give Notre Dame credit. They came ready to play. They made enough plays to win the football game. We had some critical mistakes in key situations that hurt us, and then some turnovers that hurt us. So as coaches, we got to be better. We got to put our players in a little better position to succeed and make sure that those things don't happen again, because there's going to be a tough stretch of games coming up, and we got to be sharper as we move forward.
Jeff, just what happened on that fourth down there, the fourth and inches, and how does a delay a game, I guess, happen in that type of a moment?
Well, I'll give the credit. We wanted to make sure we get the first down, so we did switch the personnel. It got loud. He couldn't hear the call in from me. He finally got it and got up there, and unfortunately the clock was winding down, and he didn't see it. So that can't happen. So we have to have a better way in situations with no timeouts that we got to get a first down to figure out a way to get a first down in that personnel. So that's on me.
Jeff, you come out of this thinking that those the turnovers were the difference ultimately, and a 7-point loss, and you moved the ball pretty well, and obviously gave up 2 pretty easy scores.
Well, it was a combination of a lot of things. Without question, the turnovers hurt us, and I think the situational football, 2 fourth downs we didn't convert, hurt us. So we got to be better there. And then defense, we started slow. It wasn't, to have a plan to come defend the quarterback and allow him to run like that was not good. We adjusted finally and got it fixed, but that's happened too many games. So we got to be better at that. And snap over the punter's head was hurt us as well. There were numerous things. So we just didn't play a clean football game. And when you don't do that, you're not going to beat Notre Dame.
Let's talk about the fourth down conversion right before the half. Talk about how not getting that. If you guys would have got that, probably have a little more momentum going into that second half. Coming up short enough.
Well, that's on me. We called a play to get on the edge instead of running up the middle, and we weren't able to get around the edge good enough. So, probably have a better plan to get a lead blocker in there and just run off tackle and do something like that. We run a lot of play action fourth down, so we wanted to mix in a run or two, and it didn't work.
You guys have been pretty clean throughout the season. What do you think led to some of the miscues, that bad snap, the turnovers? What do you think led to that?
Well, I think you give credit to you're facing a good football team. You're in a loud environment where the noise affects things, and we didn't handle it well. So we worked all week the noise and doing those things. It was really our first road test, and to go in this environment, it was a tough road test that. You have to play cleaner, and we did not, so that falls on me. We have to prepare and work that better and make sure that situationally we're much better regardless of whether we're at home or away.
Jeff, were you guys playing at the pace that you wanted your offense to play at in that final drive that you guys could have tied it up at the very end there?
Well, I think when we went no huddle and started to line up on a line of scrimmage and go quick, we got the ball out quick. We had enough quick passes to kind of keep them honest and to move the chains. We got in a little lull there in the third quarter. We were trying to throw it a little bit deeper, and we couldn't protect long enough. So we've got to be smart, and we've kind of adjusted, say, hey, look, I know those plays might be open, but we're not blocking long enough. So we got some momentum going there, and I thought we had a little more momentum, and then we had the costly fourth down deal that hurt us. And I think, we had a penalty before that, a 15-yard penalty as we were driving down. I couldn't see it. I don't know if it was a blindside hit or not. But it's a 15-yard penalty, backed us up, and it made it tougher. So the penalty hurt us.
What did you think about what you got out of Lacey? You made that really amazing catch on the sidelines. Does that encourage you for the rest of the season?
Well, I applaud Colin. He's a competitor. He probably was cleared for the first day today as far as any contact. He practiced with a colored shirt on, and we couldn't touch him. So for him to come out against this opponent and just go out there and compete, my hat's off to him. This is a guy that you want on your team. He gave great effort. He's got to help us win more games, and we got to keep him healthy, but definitely proud of his toughness.
Jeff, the message to the team after this one, it's won, but you guys still have so much ahead of you.
Well, the message was simple. We got beat. We didn't play good enough. We didn't play clean enough. There's some critical mistakes we made in situations. I like their effort. They played to the end. We had some chances, but we just, against good teams, you can't be that sloppy at times, and we were sloppy. So, I got to make sure we figure out a way to clean up that sloppiness and be sharper, be more efficient. And, the quick run where they scored 21 straight points, we were not good on defense. Fortunately for us, we made some changes and better in the second half, and it wasn't good enough overall. Special teams, defense, offense, and that's a good team in general. And they beat us, and we can't play like that if we want to win.
Prior to Brown to come in there as a true freshman in this kind of environment, I guess how would you just evaluate his performance and what was his preparation like leading up to this game?
Well, he's still young, but you know what? He is a competitor as well. This is a guy who hadn't missed one day of practice since he's been here. He goes hard. He doesn't know everything. He made some mistakes at times where it hurt us, just being confused. But, man, when he runs and he goes hard and he knows what to do, he's explosive and he can break tackles. And we just need to continue to get him schooled up. And it's not easy. He's green, but, man, he never complains. He goes hard. He can be coached when you need more out of him, but proud of him as well. He definitely is somebody that needs to touch the ball. We got to make sure that we're smart with him, and we, pass protection is not quite there yet, but we got to figure out a way to get better at that.
I was going to ask you about your pass protection. 3 sacks. I think he was hurried like 8 times today. Just your general thoughts on that.
Well, like I said, when you get down, you got to throw more than you want. We had some dropbacks. And even some play actions where we tried to push up the field some, especially in the third quarter, and they were getting heat on us. So it's like, okay, we're going to have to run the ball. We're going to get it out much quicker. We're going to have to adjust. And, it's tougher when you don't have the lead because you can't really do what you want and keep them off balance. They knew we're going to have to throw the ball. They knew we were going to have to get some quick points. So when that happens, we got to figure out a way to be better. But that plays perfectly for our defense, especially when you got a good pass rush. They got a really good defense. They're strong. They got some NFL players on that roster, and we couldn't block them as much for a while there until we started getting it out faster.
All right, Coach.